What's up, jabroni? Steven here. Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we are hopping into Doctor Who, episode number 3 of season number 4. This one is called The Planet or Planet of the Ood. So we haven't seen the Ood for a very, very long time, since about episode 5 or 6 around there of season number 2. I thought that was a great episode. I really like that arc that we had there. So now we're going to get to know a little bit about them. Essentially where they came from, how they ended up, essentially, I'm guessing how they became slaves, right? Like, I mean, that's what they are, right? Essentially, they're slaves, right? Because they were workers and answered to the like. I want to know about that. We probably won't get into that. I would be very curious to I would be very interested in knowing how they got to that point where they are essentially working for humans. I don't know. I'm very curious about that. Last episode was the Pompeii episode, which I thought was actually a pretty solid episode. A lot of you guys really like Donna. Man, like you guys know me, man. I'm real. I'll critique. I'll say what I think in the moment. Everything I always say is usually in the moment, and then in the review portion, I'll usually try to, elaborate on that. But you guys, man, you guys really like Donna, and I think Donna's okay. I mean, honestly, right now she's probably my third favorite of the companions or whatever. Yeah, I liked Martha and Rose way better than Donna, but Donna's just starting out. Her character is kind of annoying, which is the point. And she did have amazing moments in the last episode, which I really liked at the end there. But we'll see. You guys say she will grow on you. A lot of you guys said she was your favorite companion. I'm like, okay, cool. So I have a lot to look forward to with Donna. Hopefully she's a great character and I can learn to love her and go from there. Curious how she's gonna handle the Ood. They aren't what we call the prettiest bunch of dudes or dudettes. So yeah, as always, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon for full uncut, unedited reactions, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. Let's get started. Pretty much here we go.
I'll get with the military.
The file is irrelevant, sir.
Oh, and why is that?
Have a nice day.
Yep, okay. So this is like an episode about the Ood rebelling. Nice. They're slaves, essentially. That's fucked. I got that vibe before. I was like, they essentially work for you guys, and now they're rebelling. This could be fun.
Rocket! Blimey, a real proper rocket! Now that's what I call a spaceship. You've got a box, he's got a Ferrari!
Wow.
See where he's going.
Way to shit on the TARDIS, Donna.
Whoa.
That noise is like a
It's singing? Like it's singing.
Over there.
My name's Donna.
What?
Sorry.
She doesn't know how it works.
Oh God, this is the doctor. Just what you need, a doctor. There you are, sweetheart.
Man, that's the one thing about her that I actually really like. She's very
What do we do? Do we bury him?
invested. Even the fact that it's an alien.
What's nude?
Must have fallen off my list. My apologies. It won't happen again. Now then, Dr. Noble, Mrs. Noble, if you'd like to come with me.
Oh, no, we're not married.
We're so not married.
Never.
Never ever.
Siblings?
Of course. And here are your information packs, vouchers inside.
Now, we're running. Oh,
As you can see,
why didn't they shoot it?
we're happy to serve. And what is an
Oh
ood?
my god, it's like scared.
But a reflection of us.
Oh my god, are they just gonna... I'd be so scared to have one of them next to me, knowing what's happening.
Only 5 additional credits. The details are in your brochures.
I wouldn't want the Ood to have a sexy voice. A woman's voice, yeah, but like she made it seem like, ooh, for the men, ooh, gonna sexify the voice. But, no, doesn't matter what it sounds like.
The Ood sphere. I've been to the
Understandable.
solar system before. Do you fancy going off the beaten track?
Now, if I can introduce you.
Rough guide to the Ood sphere works for me.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's obviously stage
Is
2.
there foaming at the mouth? Or at the...
Have you seen this before?
Humanity defines us, sir. We look to you for
I'd suggest a post-mortem, which means it's got to be dead first.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dude. That's crazy. What happened at Warehouse 15? He's gonna whip it with that.
Servants.
They're slaves,
They're
man.
slaves.
What the fuck?
Last time I met the Ood, I never thought. I never asked.
Is it not? I didn't. I mean, I
I was
mentioned.
busy. So busy I couldn't save them. I had to let the Ood die. I reckon.
Tell you what, old friend.
Where's he pulling this glass and drink from?
Cheers.
the circle must be broken.
It's creepy.
Circle, is
What
it
is
the
it? What
thing
is the
they're holding?
circle?
The circle must be broken
Why?
so that we can see.
That's us. Come on.
Is the circle the thing that they're holding, maybe?
Nothing to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a fire drill. We test the system at this time every day.
He's a good PR person. Spins it like,
Keep to the perimeter.
why?
This one.
Fuck, you want a one-on-one with the doctor? What the hell's the matter with you?
I've always wanted to do this.
Oh. Oh, this is just dumb as hell. Oh, they turned him into a cartoon. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, no.
There we go. Safe and sound.
Never mind about me. What about them?
Oh, shit. They've opened the doors. It's like a fucking zombie apocalypse. Oh, damn. Oh, look at her. The PR girl's hauling ass, too. She's like, fuck this. They don't have the ball thing.
That's because they're natural born Ood, unprocessed, before they're adapted to slavery, unspoiled.
Why are they here?
That's their song.
Mine, that's it. Hear it, Donna. Hear the music.
I like that. That's the one thing about Donna that like I really appreciate is just her emotion. Way more emotional than the other two. I keep feeling like she can't handle this.
But you can still hear it.
All the time.
Yep, run, girl. Run. No, you suck. Fuck you. I don't care about you no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, change of plan. If you could leave by the fire exits.
Dude, fuck them.
Sell this. You could offer different colors.
Fuck them. They didn't want to leave. They die. Go, Ood. Kill them all. Oh, shit. Man.
What's going on out there?
Oh, buddy. Painful death. Oh, man, I want to see him die, too. They're like slow walking zombies. How come yours isn't? Oh, Jesus.
It's a revolution.
Dude, how come he isn't turning?
Come back! Let me out of here!
Oh, they didn't kill him. Yes! They threw him in a cage. Fuck that guy, dude.
No reports of trouble off-world, sir. It's still contained to the Ood sphere. Then we've got a public duty to stop it.
Doctor, Donna, friends.
Yes! That's us!
That's me.
Friends! Oh, yeah!
Oh, what the hell? There. Wait, what's he doing? That's not using the balls anymore. That was like he was going rabbit and eating at his face.
Don't know where it is! Don't know where they've gone! What are we looking for? It might be underground! Like some sort of cave or a cavern or... If that barrier thing's in place, how come the Ood start
wrong with
breaking
him?
out?
Maybe it's taken
Something
centuries to
happened now.
adapt. Subconscious reaching out.
But the process was too slow. Had to be accelerated. Should never give me access to the controls, Mr. Halpin. I lowered the barrier to its minimum. Friends of the Ood, sir. It's taken me 10 years to infiltrate the company.
Holy shit.
I succeeded.
Yes.
He's the reason.
Yes, you did.
You're dead. Donna's like, I thought he was gonna pull his skin off. Oh my god, he is. Oh my god, that is just nasty. Well, that's kind of like a mini flaw there. Unless the music is making them, like the singing is making them stop. Personally, me, if a bunch of my people were dying, I wouldn't have stopped
The message
shooting.
has gone out. That song resonated across the galaxies. Everyone heard it. Everyone knows.
Okay, there's the song.
The
Okay, cool.
rockets are bringing them back. I've sort of got a song of my own, thanks.
I think your song must end soon.
Wait, what?
Meaning?
Every song must end.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What about you?
Oh man,
You still want to go home?
that mean the doctor's dying this season?
Then we'll be off.
Take
Dude,
this song
that's...
with you.
All right, well, that was episode number 3, Planet of the Ood. That's probably the best episode of the season so far. Let me look real quick. I mean, all the episodes have been pretty good, honestly. Like, I liked Voyage of the Dam. I liked Pompeii. Partners in Crime was okay. I'm trying to think if this was this better than last episode. I'm not sure. I think every episode this season has been probably an 8, honestly. So I'm gonna keep it at an 8. I mean, the concept of the Ood and the doctor acknowledging that like he was so busy trying to save these people or and the impossible planet that he didn't really think to save the Ood, right? He didn't really think to learn about the Ood and how they got to where they are. But they are essentially slaves. They were slaves. They were captured and brought, like, essentially they cut off their brains and turned them into what they are. That's a fucked up concept. So I did like Donna in this episode. Not as much, not very annoying. Love her emotional stuff, right? Because it kind of like puts her so different than Rose and Martha, where like she's so emotional, like she so gets in her feet, like not in her feelings, but is about justice and doing the right thing, which I really appreciate. That it affects her in a very different way than it affected the other two, right? So the other two, you never really got the sense that like they're being broken by what's happening. Martha, towards the end, I guess she ultimately stayed because of that. Doctor mentioned about her essentially being broken because of what happened to her and what she saw. But I think that Donna's like does a really, really good job of kind of like showing like how fucked up the world is and things like that. She even says that she's like, I thought when coming with you was gonna open up like beautiful stuff and like this beautiful world, but it's not. Like she wanted to go back because she just saw what was happening to the Ood. I was curious about how she was actually gonna respond to the Ood. I was like, is she gonna be like, oh my god, look at the way they look and harp on that? But the writers and director of the show of the episode did not go that route, which I actually really appreciate. But let's break it down. Like I said, I'd probably give the episode like a solid 8. leaning towards a 9, honestly. Like, I really, really like the concept of this episode, and I thought the execution for the most part was actually pretty good. I don't think we'll break it down here and we'll try to figure out if there was anything that I didn't really like or anything like that. But for the most part, I think it's like an 8 or a 9 based on the story and the concept alone and the Donna stuff. All right, so we start off. The Ood are kill this one dude. Red eyes. They call it an infection. But the Ood are rebelling. Donna's super excited to be here. We land. We get there. We're on a cold planet. So the Doctor is always just it's kind of like a random spot. He just goes to random planets, right? That's like his thing. So far, have we ever had the Doctor actually choose to go somewhere for a purpose? I feel like it's always just a random planet, and then we happen to witness horrible shit. All right, so we got the thing with the Ood, red eyes. We see the PR lady. We see my man losing his hair. We hear an Ood. The Doctor hears an Ood singing. He goes to try to speak to the Ood, and you see the red eyes, and then he dies. And the Doctor wants to figure out why. He joins this little group, wants to be part of these rich people that are trying to buy a bunch of the Ood, and they're kind of on display. Then we have the thing with the red eyes. They balance that part well, back and forth between these army people and Doctor and everything that was happening. I thought it was a really, really good balance going back and forth. So yeah, we're showing off the new models, the male model, the sexy woman model, the comedy model. Like, we're doing all these things to trying to figure out, or like to get people to buy the product. So the Doctor's explaining about the whole human race and Earth, and Donna sees this, she asks about these circles, and she's like, "Oh, those are bases." And she asks the question of, do they have a choice? Can they say no? And then when she tries to talk to them, they essentially aren't comprehending. And there is a moment here. Let me see where it looks like she's about to.
What do you mean? What circle?
The circle. The
Yeah,
circle.
Like she's trying to speak, but she can't. Or it's trying to speak, but it can't. The word he, right? Then we see the rabid one. It's kind of foaming at the mouth. Why was it foaming at the mouth? Did we actually get that answer? Like, why was it going rabid? Was it the brain that was just kind of making it, or did they go crazy? Damn, I don't know if we got that answer. I'm kind of drawing a blank on that part. Let's see. Then go to see something and try to figure out what's going on. The one doctor guy talks about going to Hangar 15 and what happened there. Like, nothing has changed. Everything's the same from back in the day. You see all these containers filled with Ood and filled with they're gonna be shipped out. There's hundreds of them in a container. Very, very slave-like, fucked up. Then we're hopping back and forth. This is the part where I didn't really care about this part that much at all, really. This crazy motherfucker was like, "Back down. I've always wanted to try this." Like, he just went full nuts, full crazy, full, this is who I am. And it came off kind of cartoony. And then it was kind of like this situation where the Doctor was about to die, and then he gets saved by the random PR lady. Donna gets saved, and then everything goes to hell. They're running, they're shooting. Donna and them get out with PR lady. And, we're usually in other shows, I think what we do here is we're talking to her, and we're like, "You know what, you're right. I'm joining you guys." But nope, she became still a pain in the ass, ratted them out, called security, making them run. That's where they were going. Doctor said he hears some noise. He goes down here, and then we get to know about the Ood. And turns out the Ood are born. This is the part where Donna says, Donna's crying. Right here, right? This is the part when she says, at one point here, she says she wants to go back home.
Come on, what's the hold?
Might have already passed. Yeah. Right here.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Take it away.
She'll take it away. At one point, I don't know what she says. You hear? When did she say it?
But you can still hear it.
Yeah. Here's the suffering, the song. At one point, she sees the thing, and we find out the brains. I think it's after when we find out that their brains are born with their brain. They spit their brains into the hands. How they kind of walk stuff, which is kind of like a weird design choice from not like it's just a weird design choice from like this not humanity, but like being born that way. Like it's a weird thing, like where you're born essentially with your brain in your hands, making you not be able to to fight for yourself essentially. All right, then the bad guys come. This part was weird too. Where the dog was like, hey, "We gonna do lock me in a cage? That's too late." We do this thing. We're gonna gas them. We got douches here who are essentially, oh, we can sell you. We can change your and then he gets killed. It's murder. But I would have been like, fuck me. You know what I mean? I warned you guys like 3 times. We should probably move. We should probably get out of here. You guys were like, free alcohol, and y'all want to be douches? You die. And then she's running. She's freaking out, and then she gets killed too, right? Dies here, right? They're very much zombies, like slow zombies, right? The way they have to get so close to you to kill you. It's interesting. It's an all-out war, crazy owner dude. I love this part too, where they're like yelling, like, because what else can you do? You're tired. You just have to pray and like just yell, like friend, like just hoping for the best. Essentially, we get out, we go towards like the bad guy is going towards this place. He's gonna blow up the whatever this is. We find out what it is in a bit. It's a brain. Doctor goes here, sees the brain. That's how it's an ultimate, like essentially it's like a breathing planet almost. It's like the brain, like, because how does this even work? The brain was just born on the planet and it just stays there, and the Ood are born out of it. Because how are the Ood made? We don't know that, right? Like they were saying they made the Ood and they said that this is daddy, but like where's mommy? Okay, so at one point, he's talking smack, something's happening to him, and then we find out he is part of the people that are trying to rebel the Ood. They're against this company, and he throws him over, kills him. And this is a fucked up, kind of cruel and unusual punishment, right? Which Donna actually acknowledges, like, I don't know what's right and what's wrong. So essentially, he's been drinking this stuff, thinking it's for his hair. He doesn't understand why he's losing his hair. And turns out they have been slowly turning him into an Ood. Like the patience, like the long con, the long process. Like the doctor guy that just died was also the same thing. He was 10 years trying to get to this point in the company to be able to make a difference. And yeah, he turns into an Ood. They're gonna essentially make him one of us. Music. So this part's weird to me. Like, a little weird, not that weird, I guess, because the music, I guess, makes sense. I guess not that weird, but like when it first happened, I was like, why did they stop shooting? If I'm fighting something, anything, and we're fighting to the death, if you stop and start to randomly sing in the middle of that thing, I'm gonna keep shooting you. But the music is interesting. It's an interesting thing where like they singing and everybody's hearing, and it's like a sad song. So I thought that was an interesting concept. And then that's pretty much the episode. Set them free. The doctor leaves and Donna stays.
Oh, wait.
He mentions this right here though.
You will never be forgotten.
He did mention here about everything comes to an end or something like that. I'm just trying to find that line.
Yeah. Some of my own, thanks.
Right here.
I think your song must end soon.
Song must end soon. That makes me feel like David Tennant's time as the Doctor is going to end at the end of this season. 2 seasons. Well, 3 seasons in, I guess. No, 3 seasons in. He would be with Rose, Martha, and now Donna. That sucks. That sucks. All right. Well, that's episode number 3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon if you want for reactions, uncut, unedited episodes extra early, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to talk to you guys